Thank you! Nope. He's thinking of you, Irish. He's not... Hey! Oi! 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 Leave the horsey alone! Leave the horsey alone! Leave horseman alone! He is a horse and he is a man. Oh yeah, look at that place up there. You go there later, you like rescue somebody from it and stuff. And then they die and stuff. Well, they don't die, but you kill lots of people whilst you're there, so that kind of counts as them dying, as far as I'm concerned. Because death... Did you used to say something about crumpets? I want some crumpets. I haven't had crumpets for ages. I like crumpets. Crumpets are tasty. You know what? I'm going to do it from here. Ah! Whee! Splash. He went splashing into his own face. What are you shooting at, Irish? There's nobody over there right now. I mean, there are people and stuff, but there's nobody there right now. Yeah, where is that place? That is the place where you go and rescue that dude from, I think. The one that's about to be murdered for being like a counter-terrorist? Like an insurgent in person. A revolutionary, that's the one I was looking at. Counter-governmental churvadicks. Yeesh. I think that's that place. And death. Wait, he's not dead. Now he's dead. And death.
This ain't exactly the reception I was expecting.
Yeesh. Really? Is exactly the reception I was expecting for a place Irish has been to. Right. No horse death. None. Horse death is not allowed. Horse death. Save the horses. Save them all. Save the horses. They must live. Horses cannot be allowed to die. They must survive. The future of all life on Earth depends on the survival of horses. Horseocracy is the only way. The only way we can survive. The only way. Because I am a horse. Yes. I'm like the only person in the universe who knows what the hell I'm talking about, but I am a horse. Ish. I'm fine. You worry more about yourself, dude, man. Dude, man. Stand up. Stand up so I can shoot you. Stand up so I can shoot you. God damn it, I missed. At least it doesn't have gimbal correction. I hate that shit. That's when the movement corrects for you. I'd rather have to deal with the angling myself, even though it can be annoying. Having to counteract movements of the churvadicks. What about his trousers? His trousers, by the way. You wear your pants under your trousers. Comes from the old Japanese. Comes from the old Italian word pantaloons. The guy, it was Pantoliano or something like that. As in Joe Pantoliano. Same family originally that created what we now call underwear. Pants. They were called pantaloons, and they were under your trousers. I don't know if it was the very first time ever, but it was the first famous one.
I'm just here for Bill.
This place is a wild devil's paradise.
Really?
Apart from the fellas trying to kill you.
Ratto, the cat, on account of himself.
El Ratto.
Pretty sure ratto means rat, my friend. I like it though. A little more inventive than Irish.
Well,
yeah, El Gato is the cat, isn't it? Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, that's the name of the Harpug's chief competitor, isn't it? The El Gato. And I do believe that I mean, I could be mistaken. I don't speak Spanish. Spanish is not one of the languages. The only other language I really have any skill with other than English is Mandarin. And even there, my skill is limited.
I haven't stepped foot in this country and they're already trying to kill me.
But, you know, I am pretty... Oh, I got him. Cool. But, I was watching a show called, Thingamabob, the Watching My Derp. Oh, what's it called? The District. Which ran for 4 years. It was a police procedural inspired by true events about a guy called Jack somebody who came up with a system of policing called comparative statistics, where you'd look at an area, look at the crime that was going on there and see what that told you about the crime overall. Like, for example, there were a lot of robberies in a certain area that would go to a certain amount, and then you'd expect that there was somebody there that was fencing for them, so you'd go looking for that rather than dealing with each individual crime. I can't remember his full name, but they did they made a series called The District, which is loosely based on when he went to Washington and turned the country around, turned the city around. Character in that was called Jack Mannion, and was played by the guy who was the father in Poltergeist 1 and 2. Ran for 4 years. Good show as well. I'm not usually into police procedurals, but that one really got my attention. I mean, the main problem I have with police procedurals is that I've seen so damn many of them, but the thing that set that apart is it focused so much on the chief of police rather than the police officers. I mean, it dealt with some of the officers as well and the stuff they got up to, but it felt a lot more, I don't know, maybe because it was based on true events, it gave it that edge of authenticity and stuff. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is one of the episodes was about some Latino street gangs with a guy in it that I'm certain was called El Gato, aka the Cat. So, yeah. I'm sure it was El Gato. I know that... Anyway, my point is, I know that Ratto certainly is not Cat. Yeesh.
You're gonna leave this in a box.
I do know a few bits and pieces of Spanish, like gracias, for example. I know about a gracias. But, a girlfriend of mine, as in a girl that's my friend, or a woman that's my friend if you prefer, is Mexican, so obviously she speaks Spanish. But I could check with her, but yeah. And my girlfriend is Filipino and can speak some Tagalog, which is a derivative of Spanish. Though it's a second language for her, because although she was born in the Philippines, she grew up in America.
These horses look fresher.
What, fresher than my horse? Hey, dude, leave it
Before you
alone.
degrade these poor fools any further, tell me where I'm headed.
Of course, of course.
I should have shot him, shouldn't I? In the face.
You do know people down here, aside from your friends who welcomed us on the way.
Yes.
What, the horses?
I think so.
They seem to
I was
like
really
him.
drunk last time I was here, John. You know how it is. I met an American guy. Saw him shoot a man. Drank with him in the village of Chuparosa. Funny guy. No, that was Canada. Guy here, not funny, but he's real nice.
No, he's really not.
You could try the provincial governor.
No, I'm gonna go down.
brother.
El
Spanish name.
Chuparosa.
He's based out of Escalera. Played 3 cards.
Escalera.
Or was it 4 card Monte? I forget. He was a real nice chap. Or maybe he was a real bastard. I was real drunk last time, John.
Well,
Well,
thanks a lot. For
duh,
your help.
you're Irish. Drunken Irishman is a
guess.
tautology.
You gotta be on your way.
It'd be like saying hot heat or wet water.
The famed hospitality isn't what it once was. And I've never been known to overstay me welcome.
Yes, you have.
So off I go to
Constantly.
greener pastures. Good luck, John. You're an angry and a fat, ugly man. But not a bad one.
Sure. Whatever you say, Irish. No, get off! I want my horse. Get off. I want my horse. that will just magically appear out of nowhere because he is the ultimate horse. Oh, the thing's running away. Right, let's see if I can get myself to... No, don't want a 5. I want a 3 or a 7. 3 or an 8. No? No, another 5. Come here, horseman. No, horseman, not again! Don't do it! Don't do it! Whew. Don't do it! Jeez, horseman. This really has to be stopped. This really, really must be stopped. We must address this issue. We must think... You know what, actually? Oh, Benedict Point. Is that... Stagecoach man, lights, camera, action. You know what? No, I'll do that later. Right. Anything else? Nope. Let's actually go to Punta Orgulho first. No. On second thoughts, let's not. Let's go to Chiparosa and meet Landon Ricketts so I can finally get a Deadeye rank that I actually like. I'm sick of this Deadeye that I have now. Just absolutely not. So let's go get the one I really like first. Ish. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go get lessons from Chris Christopherson because we're having a convoy. Reminds me of the Nostalgia Critics review of Ghost Rider, the scene with Nicolas Cage and Chris Christopherson. And they're talking about when they first meet and they're talking stuff, and the caretaker's telling the new Ghost Rider about the history of the Ghost Rider and stuff, and they're both sort of trying to out-mumble each other, and he added subtitles, and I was like, oh yeah. Now personally, I never had any trouble understanding what they were both saying, but still, I can understand why people would. And that was funny. That was really funny. Nicolas Cage is a very underrated actor. He's one of those people, because he's been in so many films that are just batshit insane, and flat out bad. And he's given so many performances that are just crazy, crazy mad. You're like, why is he so popular? And then every now and then he just comes back out with one of those films that you're like, that's why everybody loves him. He's in a lot of crap. He is in a hell of a lot of crap. But when he's on top form, when he's really putting the effort in, you're reminded that he's not just famous because of nepotism. It's not just because he is Francis Ford Coppola's nephew. That might be how he got his start, but he has damn sure earned his place since then. A few films in particular you could check out. Adaptation is one of them. The Bad Lieutenant, the remake. Another great film. 8mm. That is close to being the performance of his career. Which reminds me, I still haven't seen Snake Eyes. I should watch that. Anyway, enough about films. Let's go meet Landon Ricketts, who is quite blatantly modelled after Chris Christopherson, who has been in a few cowboy films, though I haven't really seen any of them. The thing I best remember him from is Ghost Rider, actually. It was him in Convoy, wasn't it? And Blade. Or was it somebody else in Blade? No, it was somebody else in Blade, wasn't it? It was Whistler. Wasn't it? And the guy who was in Blade was also in that other film I just mentioned, the name of which I can now no longer remember. Right, now I wonder If you go in through the front door, you immediately start the mission. But if I try and jump over it, can I go in and buy the thing? Right, so, well, if you try and go in through the front entrance, or the back entrance, either entrance, you immediately, let's see, I should be able to jump up onto this. There we go. Nah, I see, if you go in anyway, it doesn't make any difference. Fair enough. I'll give him that. Makes sense. Oh, look, a goat. Cooper Khan? Oh, look, it's Mike. Chickens. Alright.
Hey, gringo!
Hey, gringo.
No, sir. Pardon, pero yo habla un solo poquito español.
Han Solo?
Habla English?
Oh, sí, gringo. Hablo mucho inglés. Sí. Hablo
Look at the state of him.
fucking bean eater. Hablo slippery little Mexican. Hablo little piece of shit. Comprende, amigo? Comprende?
So, you decide to make things better by being a dick to some random
I don't
dude.
remember inviting you to my country.
I don't think you did, amigo. I mean you no harm.
You mean us no harm? This is funny.
Why?
What harm could you do to us? Exactly?
Keep pushing it and you'll find out, unfortunately.
Nothing, amigo. Now, I appreciate the welcome committee, but I'd hate to spoil it.
I'm not big on nationalism and
Such beautiful land.
patriotism.
Pleasantries. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hold it, gringo. I think
Like-
you're forgetting something. A little taxation.
I mean,
I have a large
I'm
family.
really pleased and really happy that I live in England. All things considered, there are much, much worse places to live. But I'm not patriotic about the fact.
Can I see the boots, gringo?
I think you can see him from where you're standing just fine, senor.
You know, people want to go criticizing the
Take off
country.
the boots, Americano.
Great.
As you wish.
Didn't have to be this way. Still, I do
Very good.
kind of agree with Ricketts to an
Very
extent.
good indeed, sir. What a great way to improve border relations.
But then why didn't you say
An
something?
illiterate farmer crossing the river, coming into their civilization and butchering the local peasants. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't mention it, old man.
Well, then why didn't you say
You
something?
kill peasants, you become a peasant.
I never aspired to be anything more.
Don't quite think it works that way, you know.
A socialist, huh?
No, a realist.
No wonder you left America.
Many things. Most of them bad. But a man of political principles? No.
Well, then I fear Mexico may not be for you, sir.
Don't you worry about me.
Oh, but I do worry.
Why?
An angry man a long way from home, a man who handles a gun as sloppy as you.
I thought I was pretty calm
Handle
about the
gun
whole
okay,
thing.
partner.
As long as you're killing quail or peasants. But if you have to face another man, you don't stand a chance.
If
you
you
do?
say so.
Can show you a few tricks. Come with me.
Alright, cool.
Hold on. What's your name?
That doesn't matter anymore. And you?
I never had a name, mister. I was raised in an orphanage.
How obtuse.
A real American, huh? Wonderful. Just wonderful.
That really is really random. I've never quite been able to puzzle out exactly what all that was about. Are Americans really that obtuse about the ball sack?
Well, you won't make it in the circus, but you can shoot. Keep on practicing.
Thank you, old man.
Now, who are you?
No one interesting. Who are you?
Can we
Landon Ricketts.
get past all the dick waggling?
Not a name that means much anymore.
please?
Means a little. You were famous when I was a boy.